In the dense green canopies of tropical forests, where sunlight filters through the leaves in golden beams, there lies a creature that seems to vanish into its surroundings, almost as if it were born from the very trees themselves. It is the chameleon, a lizard so perfectly adapted to its environment that it has long been the subject of myths, legends, and awe. But what truly sets this extraordinary animal apart is not just its ability to change color, it's the way it sees the world. Yes, you heard that right. Chameleons can move each eye independently. One eye gazes left, the other looks right. They don't blink like we do, nor do they see with both eyes focused on the same point. Instead, they have an ancient, almost alien way of perceiving their surroundings, one that has fascinated scientists, naturalists, and even children for centuries. But how does this work? Why would a chameleon evolve such a unique feature? And what secrets lie behind those large, unblinking eyes? Let's take a journey into the world of chameleons, where every movement is a mystery, and every glance is a story waiting to be told. If you've ever watched a chameleon, you might have noticed something strange. It doesn't look at things the way humans do. Its head often swivels slowly, and when it moves, one eye follows the movement while the other stays fixed on a different direction. It's like watching a living puzzle, each piece moving in its own rhythm, yet somehow fitting together in perfect harmony. This ability to move each eye independently is known as binocular vision, but in chameleons, it works differently. Unlike humans, who use both eyes to focus on the same object, chameleons can direct each eye to look in a completely different direction. This means that while one eye is scanning the branches for prey, the other is watching for predators. It's like having two separate cameras, each capturing a different part of the scene, and then combining them in the brain to create a full picture of the world. But why would a chameleon need such a unique form of vision? Let's dig deeper. The chameleon's independent eyes are not just a quirk, they are the result of millions of years of evolution. In the wild, survival depends on being able to detect threats and find food quickly. For a small, slow-moving lizard, staying hidden is key. But even more important than hiding is knowing exactly what's happening around you.
Imagine standing still in a forest, your body blending into the background.
Now imagine that your eyes can look in two different directions at once. You could watch the sky for birds, scan the ground for snakes, and still keep an eye on the branch you're sitting on. That kind of awareness gives a chameleon a massive advantage. Scientists believe that this ability evolved to help chameleons survive in environments where danger was always lurking. By having the ability to monitor multiple directions at once, they could react faster, avoid predators, and catch prey more efficiently. But how exactly does this work? What makes a chameleon's eyes so special? To understand the chameleon's unique vision, we need to look at the structure of its eyes. Unlike human eyes, which have a single lens and a pupil that dilates and contracts, chameleon eyes are complex and highly specialized. Each chameleon eye is covered by a transparent protective layer called the eyelid, which allows the eye to move freely without blinking. Inside, the eye contains a double-layered retina, which helps it process visual information in a way that's different from most other animals. This retina is also rich in photoreceptor cells, giving the chameleon an incredible range of vision, including the ability to see ultraviolet light. But the most remarkable feature of a chameleon's eye is its independent movement. This is made possible by a group of muscles called the extrinsic eye muscles, which control the movement of each eye separately. These muscles allow the chameleon to rotate its eyes in any direction, much like a turret on a tank. So when a chameleon looks around, it's not just turning its head. It's using its eyes to gather information from all sides, creating a 360-degree view of the world. This is especially useful when hunting or avoiding danger. One of the most famous traits of chameleons is their ability to change color. But here's a twist. While many people think that color change is all about camouflage, it's actually a complex behavior that involves more than just skin. In fact, some researchers believe that a chameleon's color-changing ability is closely linked to its vision. When a chameleon is looking at something, its brain processes the visual information and sends signals to the skin to change color accordingly. This suggests that the chameleon's eyes are not just passive observers. They are active participants in the entire process of perception and adaptation. But how does this work exactly? How does a chameleon know what color to turn? It turns out that chameleons have a special type of cell in their skin called chromatophores, which contain pigments that can expand or contract. These cells are controlled by the nervous system, which is influenced by the visual input from the chameleon's eyes. So when a chameleon sees a new color in its environment, its brain tells its skin to match it. This connection between vision and color change is fascinating because it shows that chameleons are not just reacting to their surroundings, they are actively interpreting and responding to them. While chameleons are often seen as masters of disguise, their lives are far more complex than that. They are social creatures, capable of recognizing individuals, forming relationships, and even communicating through color changes. In some species, male chameleons use bright colors to attract females or warn off rivals. During mating season, they may display vivid patterns to show off their health and genetic fitness. Other times, they may turn dark and aggressive to signal dominance or fear. But these color displays are not random. They are carefully controlled by the chameleon's brain, which uses visual cues from the environment to decide what to show. And here's the kicker: since chameleons can see in two different directions at once, they can monitor multiple things at the same time. Imagine a chameleon watching a rival approach while also keeping an eye on a potential meal.
That is the power of independent eye.
To better understand the chameleon's amazing abilities, let's look at some real-life examples of these incredible creatures in action. Take the panther chameleon, Furcifer pardalis, native to Madagascar. These chameleons are known for their vibrant color displays, which can shift from deep blue to fiery orange in seconds. Scientists have observed that when a panther chameleon is stressed or threatened, it will often turn dark and puff up its body to appear larger. But before doing so, it will often look in different directions with each eye, scanning for danger. Another fascinating example is the Jackson's chameleon, Trioceros jacksonii, found in East Africa. These chameleons are known for their three horns, which give them a prehistoric look. But what makes them really interesting is their ability to move their eyes independently. Researchers have recorded videos of Jackson's chameleons using their eyes to track insects flying past them, even when their heads are still. In one particularly striking video, a Jackson's chameleon was seen moving one eye to follow a fly, while the other eye remained fixed on a nearby leaf. It was like watching a tiny detective, gathering clues from all sides. Now that we've seen how chameleons use their eyes, let's dive into the science behind this phenomenon. How exactly do their eyes function, and what makes them so different from ours? First, it's important to note that chameleons have no eyelids. Their eyes are protected by a transparent membrane that allows them to move freely without blinking. This is a crucial adaptation, as blinking would interrupt their constant surveillance of the environment. Second, their eyes are not round like human eyes. Instead, they are tubular, which gives them a wider field of view. This shape also helps them focus on objects that are close, like insects, without needing to move their heads. Third, chameleons have a highly developed visual cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for processing visual information. This means that they can interpret what they see in complex ways, making them excellent hunters and survivors. Finally, their eyes are very sensitive to movement. They can detect even the slightest motion, which is essential for catching fast-moving prey like flies or spiders. All of these features combine to make chameleons one of the most visually advanced animals on the planet. One of the most impressive aspects of a chameleon's vision is its role in hunting. Chameleons are ambush predators, meaning they wait patiently for their prey to come within striking distance. But how do they know when to strike? The answer lies in their eyes. Because they can move each eye independently, they can track prey with incredible precision. Once a chameleon spots a bug, it will fixate on it with one eye while keeping the other eye open to watch for threats. Then, when the moment is right, the chameleon will launch its tongue, a projectile that can shoot out up to twice its body length in less than a second. This is one of the fastest movements in the animal kingdom, and it's all made possible by the chameleon's keen eyesight. But here's the thing: chameleons don't just rely on sight to hunt. They also use vibration sensing and heat detection to locate prey. Their eyes are just one part of a highly sophisticated sensory system. While chameleons are often thought of as solitary creatures, they are actually quite social. In some species, males will defend territories and interact with other males through visual displays. These displays often involve changing color and moving their bodies in specific ways to communicate. Interestingly, chameleons can also recognize individual members of their species. Some studies have shown that chameleons can remember the faces of other chameleons, suggesting that they have a level of social intelligence that we are only beginning to understand. This raises an intriguing question: if chameleons can recognize individuals, what else can they learn from each other? Could they pass on knowledge, like tool use or problem-solving skills? While we don't have a definitive answer yet, the possibility is exciting. It suggests that chameleons may be more intelligent than we previously thought. Another fascinating aspect of chameleons is their tongue, which is one of the most remarkable tools in the animal kingdom. It's not just long, it's also incredibly fast and precise. When a chameleon spots prey, it can extend its tongue in under a tenth of a second. The tongue is covered in a sticky mucus that helps it grab the insect, and it retracts with equal speed. This entire process happens so quickly that it's hard to see with the naked eye. But how does the chameleon know exactly where to aim? The answer again lies in its eyes. Because it can see in two directions at once, it can track the movement of the insect with incredible accuracy. This combination of sharp vision and a powerful tongue makes the chameleon a master hunter. Despite their slow movements and seemingly simple appearance, chameleons are anything but dumb. In fact, some studies suggest that they may be more intelligent than previously believed. For example, in experiments, chameleons have shown the ability to solve problems, such as finding the shortest path to food or learning from past experiences. Some have even been trained to press buttons or pull levers to get rewards. This suggests that chameleons are not just reacting to their environment, they are thinking about it, learning from it, and adapting to it. And with their independent eyes, they have a unique advantage in doing so. As our understanding of chameleons grows, so too does our appreciation for their complexity. Scientists are now using advanced technologies, such as high-speed cameras and brain imaging, to study how chameleons perceive the world. One recent study used 3D modeling to simulate how a chameleon's brain processes visual information. The results showed that chameleons may have a form of stereo vision, allowing them to judge distances with great accuracy. This discovery has opened up new questions about how chameleons see and think. Are they more intelligent than we thought? Can they understand abstract concepts? What else can we learn from these mysterious creatures? As we continue to explore the world of chameleons, one thing is clear: they are far more than just colorful lizards. They are living puzzles, full of secrets waiting to be uncovered. In the end, the story of the chameleon is not just about its ability to change color. It's about its eyes, the windows to a world that is unlike our own. With each eye moving independently, the chameleon sees a reality that is both alien and familiar, a world where every detail matters, and every movement is a clue. These creatures remind us that intelligence comes in many forms. They challenge our assumptions about what it means to be smart, and they invite us to see the world through a different lens. So the next time you spot a chameleon, take a moment to watch it. Watch how it moves, how it looks, how it lives. And maybe, just maybe, you'll begin to understand why these amazing creatures have captivated our imaginations for centuries. Because in the eyes of a chameleon, there is a mystery worth exploring, and a world worth seeing.